Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is White Note and I proudly present Global Game is launched. Quality of our content is higher than Donald Trump wall. Today's video is all about WCS 2016 final, Dark vs Byun.
Let's get hyped! This is the 2016 StarCraft World Champion Series Grand Finals, Dark versus Byun! All right, there's no turning back now. One of these two players. All right, so as we start things off, it does look like we're gonna have Byun going for that double barracks here, getting the gases, whereas Dark gonna go for a quick expand here. Byun is known for doing a lot of very aggressive builds early on, and it's really different watching Byun compared to any other Terran, because a lot of times he gets in a fight that should be, by any other measurement, a normal exchange, but he controls it so well, he just wins. So we want to be very careful to see how these engagements go early on, because Dark may just fall apart if Byun out-controls him.
Yeah, we've yet to see anyone that can actually micro better than Byun. He is the best micro that there's ever been. Like, his name will go down as that for a long time to come. With 2-Rax Reaper, he's going to have a lot of potential with that.
It's kind of strange because we don't normally have players that dominate this hard just based off of their control. And not even just, I'm not talking about harass, I mean just in a straight up battle, he's just better than you. He ekes out more damage, he gets more value out of his army. So let's see what happens here. Byun, somebody who popularized this build, especially here in 2016, getting the Reaper out and many of them to try to do some pressure, get some harass off here, shave off drones, creep tumors, delay mining, anything he can do.
Yeah, and this is a 2-Rax Reaper, not a 3-Rax Reaper, so a little bit less all in. Already going for a command center as well, so he wants to follow this up with economy. I feel like this is a big nod toward Dark's skill, where he says, I can't kill you with this, maybe I can get an edge, but you're not going to die.
Of course,
right away that this is a 2-Barracks Reaper, so he's been very careful not to build things at his natural expansion. He's getting the Roach Horn. Oh my god, the Queen going very low. Just barely gets away. The Reapers jump back up, trying to finish it, but the Lings are there, and a Reaper goes down.
He does take that one Reaper out, and that a lot of times is enough to force the Terran player to back off. The Reapers get exponentially scarier the more they are in a big number, since they can heal up so quickly. So a good play there by Dark.
So far, he hasn't really on this. Both sides he's just playing very well. He's not clean shirt, nothing else. I'll kill Dark, but now that he has the Raptors out, he's really trying to damage. He's coming down here, trying to do what else he can. He also sees his over here at the top. This is interesting. It is you are not 19 range, so it's not 19 range for him to do a lot later on in the game. But because he's got this Dark space, he tries to see Dark space, or Dark do a build like this, because eventually the Reapers aren't going to do anything else. They're still finding little ways in to try to get something done. But look at this. He killed a Zergling, lost 2 Reapers. It certainly has. He's in a good position. His economy's strong. He's continuing to attack up. He's keeping Dark in his base. All really good things for a Terran to do. And here he comes back again, using this very strong position on Galactic Process with the Tank-a-Vax. The Reaper's coming up, taking some damage. Looks like a couple of them will get away.
Oh, does manage to escape. Losing that medevac with the tank would have been huge.
With these Marines, of course, 1-1 just finished up. They already have stim. This is a strong attack, and he's really utilizing the terrain here, keeping those siege tanks on the high ground.
This is a really good push location here, because he can juggle the tanks down on the low ground like we're seeing right now. And if the Banelings and Lynx try to come up and attack it, he'll then, as we see here, shoot them back up onto the high ground. We have the Banelings now coming down. Good control there by Byun. Dark taking a serious beating there as he retreats back to that hatchery.
Yeah, and the fact that he's keeping that creep back makes it much harder to chase down this army. The creep gives you such a nice speed bonus as Zerg. You really want it out there, but Byun starting to push into this 4th base. Dark trying to stop him, but it looks really hard to do.
Dark is now coming up here. He's hitting the top. He does take out the tank on the medevac, and the other tank does go down. Only Marines, and now one more tank over here to push in, but Byun still might have enough to take out Dark's expansion.
That was a good move. He can actually siege the back of the expansion as well.
Byun really abusing the geography on this map now. He's found another location to hit. And not only is Dark taking damage with this expansion, he's not mining there, which means he's not reaping any of the benefits. Meanwhile, up here at the north, we do have a Ling drop coming in, hitting these SCVs, but it may be inconsequential compared to this attack here by Byun.
Oh, Dark is coming around, though. He's brought all of his units onto the high ground to take care of this. Some great corrosive vials go down. He takes out the siege tanks. Still quite a few Marines, but...
Huge hit there. and for all the damage that Dark took back there.
Byun did lose, so yes, this game is really picking up. We have Marines down here taking on this hatchery location. They do not take out the hatchery. The harassment is not going to stop. Let's see, he wants to try to get the main, and then we'll now rotate back elsewhere, as both these guys are taking a serious beating. But if you take a look at the supply for a second, this 131 to 101, which really means it seems like Byun should be ahead, especially in this next push.
You're right about that. He has a super strong army. He took a bruise to his economy, but he bruised Dark's as well. Continue to push forward into this fourth base. It looks like Dark is just going to give this up for the time being.
The hatchery is going to go down. Dark is trying to use some counterattacks to cripple Byun, to slow down his progress here on the map, but it does not seem like it's going to be enough. It's now a 3-base Zerg versus a 3-base Terran, which is never a good thing for the Zerg. The Zerg always want to be ahead in expansions, and Byun marching right over the creep is continuing to push in. I don't know if Dark can hang on.
Dark has almost nothing left here. The Marines pushing forward, that third base about to go down. He's trying to counterattack, but it doesn't work.
GG! This is game number 2. Byun versus Dark in a battle to become the 2016 StarCraft World Champion.
Pretty early off in this game, we can see the build order that Byun has chosen. This is a very old type of strategy, going for Hellions and Cloak Banshees, but Dark immediately scouting, being very well known for going for quick Overlord speed so he can see exactly what's coming his way.
That's going to be the case. Maybe just try to take out some creep tumors. And this is what we would call applying pressure. You're not really intending to win the game with this. Oh, whoa, 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 hold on. Okay, that was a split second. That was a split-second decision. Normally you don't try to go in, but
well, so he should be able to get enough detection that the Banshee doesn't do too much damage.
Banshee coming down here now. He wants to get as many workers as he can. We have 1 kill so far now, too. It looks like the Queens will then zone the Banshee out. But to what you were saying earlier, Artosis, it's definitely a matchup where, especially against a player like Dark, if you were to make 1 or 2 mistakes early on against him, he would just get so far ahead of you. It'd be so difficult to win the game from there on out.
Well, he's pushing back this Banshee. It ends up getting a few kills there as well.
Banshee now coming in here towards the main. Meanwhile, the Hellions coming up from the top. He's hoping to maybe divert Dark's screen to where he might be focusing on this Banshee, and then the Hellions can come in and do damage from above, and it looks like we're going to see him try to do that right now as this Banshee is going to get cornered. But meanwhile, up here, no, Dark is ready and shuts down the surprise attack. So Byun attempting to come in there and cripple.
Ooh,
oh, this is very Dark.
Drop being set up.
Yeah, he is going to try to drop these right on these workers here. Byun's screen is in the wrong location. It's going to be coming in right now, and I don't believe that Byun is ready.
Ooh, very well done right there. Looks like he'll end up killing 9 SCVs total and causing him some lost mining time.
Marines Medivacs, a Marauder moving up here along with the tanks and Marines in this shot right here. Is Byun going to be able to hit this expansion, this angle, just like in game 1? Very good for Byun. He definitely knows how to set his army up.
Oh, this is a great snipe right now. That 4th base going down is crucial. The Hive had just finished, which means Ultralisk Tech is on the way. That was probably the last time he could get that so easily.
Counterattack, SCV not there to block the links in time. They spill through, but there are some Widow Mines to help defend.
Oh, beautiful micro there from Byun as well. Great connections on the Widow Mines, and that counterattack does nothing.
Taking out this base, but it looks like he's regrouped. He's coming in, and it's going to be up to Dark now, who's going to stay back here patiently, as we can see, to try to take this on at the last second. And here he goes now.
That is a lot of Widow Mines in there as well. They do get some connections, but the Banelings rolling in. Ultralisk coming up from the south as well, and Byun has to run.
It looks like Byun has bit off more than he can chew. The Terran army now retreating as Dark has the opportunity to counter across the map and maybe even take out one of Byun's expansions.
All right, but Byun is here and ready. A nice micro there by Byun against the Banelings. He does have to cancel his command center at that 4th base, but with Liberators sitting there in defense, Dark has to turn around and regroup. Corruptors are taking down Medivacs and taking down Liberators.
Okay, we see Dark just trying to keep Terran at bay, pushing in here. It's a little bit tricky for Dark in a situation like this. He doesn't really have any range units besides the Queen, so he takes damage every time he does this. Is he going to commit? No. Byun, as you guys can see right now, he's very good at kiting those units, at making them run backwards and avoiding damage. and that's really bleeding Dark here.
It really is, especially considering we're seeing the creep disappear and those Liberators.
We actually saw a command center floating out over there. He's going to expand towards his push. Hold up, we have Liberators being harpooned in here. The Ultras and Lynx are coming in. The Banelings don't quite have a good connection set up, but still the Liberators continue to be juggled back beyond an insane position.
Oh my God, he's running around everywhere, trying to set those Liberators again, has to pick up. Byun running towards that fourth base. Dark stuck on the other side of the map, and Byun is going for the fourth.
Unbelievable, he actually looped around there. He's now dropping to this expansion. These Banelings need to get in there quickly because that hatchery is at low health. He does come in. It looks like he may root back. Again, remember though, Byun only on 3 bases, where Dark is in a very good spot economically as a Zerg player.
Yeah, after that battle, it seems like Byun is really on the ropes. This army from Dark is a Terran's worst nightmare, and Byun just doesn't have that much left. He's setting up a defensive line in front of his natural, but he needs a fourth base. You see, he wants to take one over here, but there's no way with that huge Zerg army on his doorstep.
Uh-oh, it looks like Dark may be going for the jugular here. He's coming in right now. 190 supply to 110. The Ultras and Lynx, the Banelings are coming in, and that is GG. This is game number 3, a battle between Dark versus Byun to become the StarCraft World Champion. Time with it, but this is a very in-your-face style of play that really requires you to not make any mistakes as a Terran player.
Already getting up here, bruising that Queen a little bit. And notice that, look at that micro. The Queen can't even hit this Reaper right now. But what he's trying to do is just take health off of it. The Reapers, once they're not attacked for a bit, regen very, very quickly. See that? It's almost back to full health, brings up the second one, and he's continuing to work on the Queen.
And you're just trying to drain the Zerg here. Do you want them to lose Zerglings, HP on the Queens even, make them lose a drone or two if you can, and this starts to pile up. And if the Zerg isn't doing everything perfectly correct, it will snowball out of control very quickly.
It certainly will, but speed is about to finish. That's a nice thing about the build order that Dark chose for this game. The speed is a lot quicker, so Byun has to be more careful now when microing these Reapers.
All right, good job here by Byun.
Whoa! Fancy stuff right there.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Most Zergs are going to try to struggle to just get drones down there, but it seems like Dark has given up on that. He now has Ravagers, and he's getting Roaches and Lynx behind this, which means he should be trying to counterattack across the map here, as Dark, to some extent, has kind of given up on the concept of any economy in this game.
Yeah, look at this from Byun. He's really watching for the Roaches and Ravagers to come close. The Reapers have pretty low range, so he's throwing out the grenades.
My God, he's so sick.
Yeah, he's trying to slow this down as much as possible so he can get other units out to actually hold on against this attack.
He like delayed that so perfectly. He's doing it probably again here. So he's just making it impossible to get forward. Oh, man.
Byun just so hard to deal with, throwing those grenades down. A bunch of Zerglings coming up. Oh, look at this. Can't quite get up yet. Just more and more grenades, and finally Dark gets up that ramp, but he's taking a lot of damage.
I don't think he can break him now. I think he actually just delayed the all-in.
I think you're right about that.
Let's see.
It's going to come down to corrosive biles. Like, he just has to continually rain them down, kill SCVs, kill the bunker, but these Reapers just won't die.
It really is going to come down to this attack. The Ravagers are now out. Dark is not making any more drones, so Terran is going to get the lead unless Zerg can kill him right here, right now.
Oh my God, here he goes. A ton of corrosive biles coming down. The SCVs have to move out of the way, and down goes that bunker. A great pickup by Dark. Continuing to micro here. Grenades going down, but Dark's starting to dodge everything.
The Reaper grenade usage might be too good. The Dark is not able to get into position to use that artillery to break down the entrance here, but now Dark is shoving in, takes out that reactor. Does Byun have enough? He's using his SCVs here to defend as well.
Hey, gets a lot of those Reapers, so that's a lot of the annoyance gone. Dropping down corrosive biles as he's running away, but it looks like Byun is chasing him down. He's trying to get these kills. The Reapers come up with those grenades, and a lot of damage going down on the Ravagers.
He's coming forward. He's taking the Ravagers out. I don't know what Dark has in store next. Byun has countered the all-in, but wait, there's some more Lynx coming in here now. He does lock out about half of them. That's going to be it. This is a 2016 StarCraft World Championship Series Grand Finals. Dark versus Byun, game number 4. Byun with the Reapers is so scary because if you miscalculate, the game will fall apart very quickly.
Well, right now we have kind of an interesting opener here from Byun. He's continued to make Reapers off of 1 barracks after his expansion, and is going for quite a fast armory with Hellions. I mean, Hellbats incoming.
All right, here come the Hellions now moving in. And it looks like he's getting some good angles here on these lings. He could come over here and try to take on these drones. Great amount of damage done right there.
Yeah, dealing a ton of damage. The drone's starting to run as well. A grenade pushing the Queens back, continuing to target down drones. 9 going down already. 10 now, and they get into the main base. Only a single Queen up here right now.
He's not finished yet. He's continuing to tear through. Too many workers are being gunned down. 13 now. Bite the dust as drones are being evacuated to the second base.
Wow, Byun has done so much damage. 13 drones killed this early in the game is almost critical damage. Dark is in a lot of trouble.
Byun brilliantly here. Oh, we're not even done yet. 20 drones now killed as Byun is just doing too much damage. Dark, too greedy, and Byun has completely outthought him at the start of this game. We were talking before this match about Reapers and how good he was with them. He shifted gears entirely, went into Hellions, and Dark was completely caught off guard because with Reapers, it's a lot about just having the right zone.
Lost 22 drones. He actually, look at that income advantage for Byun. Just crazy how much more he's mining right now. He's going to need everything he has to hold on against this push.
He's coming in here now. Is Dark prepared? He'll have to control perfectly here. The Hellbats in the front to tank for the damage. The Marines in the back to deal the damage. Dark moving in now.
Oh, the Banelings get some decent connections there. The Zerglings coming in now. Only a couple of Hellbats left over, and they're going to be dealt with. Oh, the counter harassment starting to get some SCVs, but Byun tries to protect as much as he can. The Queens of Dark being picked off by Byun's Marines as well.
Dark had a great counterattack, but does he have enough to defend this attack? Dark coming in now, but Byun microing so well.
Yeah, looks like Byun will continue this push forward. Dark in a lot of trouble. His gold base, this most important base, is going to start to get shelled, but he does have a lot of Zerglings coming out. Banelings morphing as well. Byun continues to push forward with his superior micro.
As you can see, he picks up, he does the damage, but a second and scarier push is on the way here. Dark needs to hang on. And Byun looks like he's going to go for a drop now. Actually headed southbound over here. Does Byun have enough to defend here? The Lings are coming in.
Wow, even dropping off a couple Marines to eat the Baneling hits, but he will have to evacuate. The Queen's coming over, trying to take out these medevacs. Byun might have lost this army now with this move.
It's possible Byun may be overextending here. If he starts to lose too many units, it's going to allow Dark to stabilize.
Yeah, it looks like everything will be going down except one medevac. Picks up some Marines. Maybe going to try to harass a bit more with that. But now, will this Ling counter be able to do anything? Byun is ready instantly. Burrows with Widow Mines, and he has to run.
Meanwhile, down here in the bottom left, Byun is tearing through. He's got a good position. Are there enough Lings and Banelings to hold off this attack? Byun microing backwards, Widow Mines going up, and it looks like Byun will be able to take this base.
Oh, that split was just magnificent from Byun, and he continues to push forward, takes down the fourth base of Dark. Dark coming in with more Zerglings, but everything being picked off.
GG! Of Dark as we are now going into game number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get hype. Let's make some noise. This is the 2016 StarCraft World Championship Series Grand Finals. Dark versus Byun. Game number 5. Dark should know where the push is coming out here. He might try to go ahead and get the medevac. If you can bruise that medevac early on, maybe... that stays in there too long or overextends is going to lose his army and it'll probably lose the game.
Okay, perfect hold so far by Dark, but Byun is not done. He's making 2 siege tanks, more Marines, more
very flexible as a build. He's going to be coming out here now. Now, this is the second phase where he has some tanks with this and try to see if he can't shave off some Queens or Lings here.
Any shots those tanks get off are big, and again, this right here is exactly why those rocks were taken out early. Dark is prepared for this. He knew this was likely going to be the second step of this push.
Okay, he can begin to leapfrog the tanks if he wants, but he's got to be careful. He's right on the edge of that creep. Looks like the Lings and Banelings are coming down here now. The Queens will come in to try to target down the medevacs. It looks like Byun is overextended as Dark is gobbling up the forces of Byun.
Oh, but the targeting on those Banelings is amazing. Every Baneling goes down, and somehow he keeps the bulk of his army alive.
That's Byun for you. That's Byun. I think any other Terran would have lost so much there, but he just targets each individual Baneling down so well off of him. Meanwhile, the push from Byun still coming up here. Dark is going to have to scramble to try to hold this position. If Dark loses his base, there's a high chance he could lose this game.
Oh, still microing back so well. The siege tanks get taken out. That's a big deal here for Dark, but he has to get back on the creep.
But again, Byun just does not lose his Marines. He's so good at controlling these units. Anytime soon, Artosis.
No, he is going to continue non-stop. He's got a lot of medevacs and a lot of Marines. And right now, with Dark taking that 4th base, there's quite a few spots that he can go and try to get some damage done.
In multiple locations, hoping that Dark can't handle the multitasking. Here comes the first drop over here, but it's really...
Oh! Great catch by Dark. That's a huge deal. But here comes some Liberators and the rest of the Marines of Byun. The Queens are all out of position and can't deal with this. A lot of the Banelings getting sniped, but they do have speed. Rolling through right now, going after the Marines.
Good pickup there at the last second. A brilliant play. However, it does seem...
Circling around towards that natural once again. That is a lot of Widow Mines, Tasteless.
All right, he's coming down now. The Banelings attempting to connect with Byun has such a good spread. He's gunning the Lynx down one by one. Dark seems to be miscontrolling. More Banelings spill down. Can Byun control well enough?
It looks like Byun gets away with a decent amount of units, but these Widow Mines certainly did a lot of work. Meanwhile, Liberators all over the place. Dark pulls most of the drones, not taking too much damage, but still slowing down his mining quite a bit.
My God, Byun is everywhere right now. Dark is having to try to deflect each of these individual attacks. Meanwhile, Dark now going up to the Ultralisk Cavern. That when he gets that tech, if he can get that tech in time, it's going to be much easier to try to hold out these forces that are pushing his expansions.
Oh, those Widow Mines being rearmed, dealing more and more damage. This area has been a headache for Dark. At least he's defending up in the top right near his 4th base, but the Liberators continuing to harass while the bulk of Dark's army is trying to defend his natural. Byun continuing to try to get something done with those Liberators. Here we go, setting up Liberators. The Speed Banelings coming in, trying to knock out Byun's army, but Byun with some nice splitting in the back.
He's continuing to push forward. It is critical that Byun takes out this 4th base. Dark has to hang on. The Ultra Tech is now out. We do have Ultralisks on the way. Byun is going to try to abuse the architecture of the map. Will he be able to do it? Or does Dark have too much?
Dark rolling forward with so many Banelings and Zerglings, trying to kill off everything that Byun has here. Those high ground Marines being nothing more than an annoyance, and Dark continues to hold on with Ultralisks about to hatch.
Here in the north, we have Byun pushing up. He is doing a very good job of deciding when to pull back over here. Another attack down here by Dark. Over in the center, it doesn't seem that Byun has enough, no medevacs here, but Dark being cautious, knowing he's miscontrolled against Byun before, decides to back up.
Yeah, he wants to get right back on that creep, and now the Ultralisks are out. The army of Dark is going to continue to get stronger and stronger, and if Byun stays too far forward on the map, this might turn out exactly like New Gettysburg, his only loss so far in the finals.
Here come the Ultras and the Lynx coming down now, but does Byun have too much? The Lynx and Ultras are spilling forward. If they break this location, they'll have access to the 4th base of Byun.
Wow, those Widow Mines getting huge hits, and some great micro from Byun on top of the ramp, forcing Dark back. Byun holds on to his 4th.
Byun, his very balanced army composition.
Yeah, he certainly has that, but the Vipers are charging up. They're going to come over and start with their abducts. Dark trying to slow down this push. Those liberation rings are coming closer and closer.
All right, he's so close. It's going to be so important that Dark manages to hang on. We see the Ultras coming in here. The Liberators being harpooned back. The Banelings spill forward, but it seems that Byun manages to hold this position.
Dark comes in with a flank from the other side as well. The Ultras coming back forward. Lots of transfusions going down, but the Ultras starting to get shredded a bit. One Ultra up near his other base, but Byun still holding on.
A fantastic job so far. Byun holds off with just a very little bit, although both players' armies have been massively diminished. 126 supply to 137.
Such a close game at this moment. Dark lost almost all of his expensive units. Byun holding on with a lot of red bio here. He doesn't have a lot of medevacs to heal them up, and even less as the Corruptors pick some off.
Byun, everything in his army so bruised, but he's keeping it alive. As long as it's alive, it continues to do damage. He's pushing Dark back.
Dark in some trouble here. Byun trying to go for the throat. Some ultras being made. A lot of Zerglings and Banelings as well. He's got to hold on to this base, but you know what? He took a 6 in the middle as well.
That's right. While this action was going on, the center expansion for Zerg has been acquired. Meanwhile, it looks like Byun is going to try to take the bottom left. But this is the center point of this game here on this map right now. He needs to try to take this out. Dark has to eliminate this army, or that is eventually going to be pushed and taken out.
Lings and Banelings push everything back. Meanwhile, the Corruptors trying to take down any Liberators that they can. Picking some of them off, some of them standing and fighting against the Corruptors. Not a good match for the Liberators here, but Byun microing his heart out.
A game of tug of war here in the center of the map as they try to crush each other's forces. There may be an opportunity down here in the bottom left if Dark can muster up enough Zerg units to try to attack that down there. If we can do a mineral check right now on the Terran bases, I'm curious. There's nothing left here.
That definitely could be how this goes down. Now, starting to attack in on that planetary, that would be a bad idea. Getting a little bit overconfident right now with his army. The SCV.
Bravest SCV.
Oh, rip. But you know what? If he can go down and take out this base, Byun's economy is going to shrink massively.
That's right, but if he overextends, Byun will get that counterattack. We see him now stepping forward, taking out all these Banelings before they can finish hatching. Dark trying to come back and drive these forces back, but when they go under the Liberators, so much damage dished out. Will these Banelings manage to connect with these Marines?
Oh, Dark is trying his best right now to catch up with the Banelings, but Byun just continues kiting back. Look at this spread, I can't believe it! He takes almost no damage from those Banelings.
The SCVs have been taken out here at this expansion. Byun scrambling to reclaim this, what is soon to be the only expansion available here on this map for him.
You know, that might have been a mistake for Dark. That probably would have killed any other Terran in the world, but Byun holds on tight, keeps this command center alive, and will continue. I mean, these guys are a perfect match for a BlizzCon WCS finals.
We see a brilliant counterattack here, taking out these workers. This is huge. Byun now down to 34 workers total to the 73 workers here of Dark. Meanwhile, Byun pushing in over here. He's trying to take this base out here at the center left.
Dark has to evacuate. He knows he can't hold on to that base right now, so down it will go. But the damage he's done is massive as well. Looks like he wants to come down, see if he can save that at all. And, oh, he's actually drawn this army up near the planetary. Very good knowing Dark is not even looking at it.
However, Byun's army is pretty scary. Byun may not need resources if he can push all the way across the map and take out these remaining bases.
Dark has a lot of drones at that middle base. If he can take that out, it's a giant deal. The Liberation Zone's getting up, but the Corruptors coming in from the other side, taking out the Liberators, and a lot of Lings and Ultras charging forward.
But Byun's control is just too good. Ultras alone are not good. They need Lings to back them up. Byun may continue to push forward at this very important expansion here in the center of the map for Zerg.
Oh man, this is so crazy, so close. Byun is being more aggressive than I've ever seen a Terran against this many Ultralists, but somehow, some way, he's making it work. Dark trying to hold on, pushing forward. Once again, the Corruptors picking off some valuable air units.
He's getting close. He's almost in range of the hatchery. The bottom left base has been reclaimed by Byun, so Byun can continue to mine. He was pretty much dried up for a little bit unless that counterattack is over there with those Lings.
Big connection by a Baneling there. When you get this low, the Banelings can wipe out your army in less than a second. Another good hit goes off, but he can't go down that ramp. There's Liberators and Widow Mines waiting.
This is all Byun has, really, is this army. He just needs to get this base. Dark has to control perfectly. Byun can't mine at the bottom left. It's all going to come down to this one force.
Oh, he's trying to target down that hatchery, but still Dark holding on tight. He runs into the middle, Widow Mines through the Liberators, trying to go off this Ultralist, going to town.
He's still got these Marauders here, but has Dark managed to hang on for long enough? It's now 65 drones to 13 SCVs. Dark may have weathered the storm. GG! Ladies and gentlemen, this is game number 6. Loading up right now. Dark versus Byun, a battle to become the 2016 BlizzCon StarCraft 2 World Champion.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a double Rax Reaper again, as opposed to a 3 Barracks Reaper. Oh no, he starts another Barracks, so it is going to be 3 Rax Reaper. Byun did fantastically with this on Frozen Temple.
Well,
his Reaper micro is awesome. And, you know, can he hold on against this? I mean, Byun is going for a victory for a world championship off the back of this build right now, but if Dark can hold on with what he learned in the Frozen Temple game, maybe he can make this into a macro game once again.
Beautiful control there, making a sport crawler right before that drone is taken out. Just buying a little bit more time here. Any units he can shape up like that Zergling we saw back there is going to be a little victory that can stack up to a big lead later on here. Dark, of course, we're now going to learn what his alternative route is for countering a style of play like this. Link speed almost done. When the link speed is done, it's a lot easier for these links to actually combat all of these Reapers.
All right, gets a drone right there, getting some of these Zerglings as well. He's just kind of trading Zerglings for time right now, bringing the Queens up as well. The creep has now connected both the bases, so the Queens can move a lot more freely to defend as well.
Okay, the mines are coming up here. The Reapers are basically rotating back and forth. He's delaying the Queens from actually having any utility in the economic aspect of this matchup right now and keeping the Lings back here. He's trying to slow down drones. And if Zerg overextends here, Zerg is going to lose a lot, and that puts Byun in a really good spot, whereas Byun's already expanding behind this.
Oh, trying to get that kill, but Byun pulls it away. A very low Reaper, 4 health. That's 1 Zergling hit off of death. The Queens still have reasonable health, but they've had to transfuse some, so they don't have a lot of energy.
More Lings spilling out now. Now, you got to be careful when you have this many Reapers, because if you overextend and the Lings have speed, they just run out and surround you and everything dies. So you're going to stay back for the time being. Remember, if Dark loses 1 game here, that's it. So he's hanging on for dear life.
His life is on the line right now, and some great grenades from those Reapers end up killing a Queen. Dark's still in some trouble, trying to get the creep a little bit further out. Grenades being thrown down, zoning everything back as he pushes down towards this drone line.
Oh, he's coming in. He's trying to get us around. Will it work? The grenades force the Reapers to scatter everywhere. Link's still coming up. Dark does shave off some of those Reapers, but not without losing a good amount. Look at that. Actually, excuse me, 2 Reapers to 16 Lings, 2 Queens, and a drone so far.
It's crazy that he's only gotten 2 Reapers. These Ling surrounds have been awesome, but the grenades of Byun are second to none.
And he's continuing to push him back here. Now, behind this, it does seem that Dark is just continuing to drone up, whereas Byun has got a pretty healthy economy, and that's why this style of play is actually so scary and so difficult to hold off, is because he gets in your face, but while that's all going on, he's teching up and he's still got an expansion. Zerg doesn't even get to counterattack when you do this, because if you sent any units to counterattack, the Reapers would run you over anyway.
Yeah, everything is looking good for him, but a link flank coming up from Dark. The Reapers jump up after some grenades, and somehow, once again, he's keeping those Reapers alive.
Now, no, Dark is getting melee and armor upgrades here behind this. Stim, by the way, almost done here for Byun. I don't believe he has a ton of Marines just yet. But he will
for Byun.
Byun is getting ready to push out here. Stim has completed, the Terran player with the best control in the world. Dark needs to hang on already. Byun with a supply lead. Note the Reapers come into the front. Oh, ambush out here. Tries to get us around. The Marines come in here at the last second to deny it. But that was really smart what we saw there from Byun. He moved out with the Reapers in the front, so the Marines wouldn't be shown. Then he wanted to set up the ambush right then and there, but Dark already ready for a trap with him there.
Can Dark hold on though right now? This attack is massive from Byun, stemming forward, seeing what he can get done. Lings trying to come in from the side. The Banelings hatch. They're moving forward. The grenades actually push them back. Finally, the Reapers go down, but these Marines still have to be dealt with.
He's stimming forward now. So many Queens with transfuses. He may try to come around with these Lings and the Baneling from the side. Remember, those medevacs don't have unlimited energy, so the more they heal, the less they can later on. And that's when the game plans here for Dark is trying to drain those medevacs as much as possible until eventually they have to pick up and leave, and Dark can go back to focusing on his economy.
Dark really needs to get that economy going too, because we see Byun taking his 3rd base. That means that his economy is basically staying the same as Dark's the entire time, which is not what you want to have happen in a Zerg versus
Terran. The Zerg just needs more economy.
Okay, we see the Marines coming forward now. Dark barely hanging on. These Banelings, they need to get good connects. They need to get a surround here. Byun being very wise about when he pulls back. He is never overextending so far, at least in this game. And break it. He sends the rest of it up there to drive it back out. So this is a pretty insane contain here. But as Byun tries to be aggressive, he's shaving off bits of units here and there. We now have a drop headed over here into the upper right in the main. It doesn't appear there's anything here to defend. Dark is going to have to stamp that out.
Yeah, luckily he has great creep spread so far between his bases, so very quickly the Zerglings get up and force that drop back. But Byun is really spreading out. He has a drop drop down kind of at the bottom, waiting to do some damage at some point. He has that drop up at the top, waiting to fly in as soon as Dark's units move. And of course, the main army right in the center, putting that heavy pressure onto Dark.
The supply count is 173 to 140, and Terran is pushing in here right
Through the center, he's got a good position. It's going to be up to Dark to try to wipe out this attack.
Banelings rolling in already, trying to take out Widow Mines and anything at the front. A drop hitting two locations at once, the natural and the fourth base under attack. While that frontal push comes in, Byun is everywhere.
Byun now attacking in. The Banelings are set up. One Hellbat doing damage to the workers. Dark is going to have to respond and respond quickly.
Oh, he's drawing up all of his Zerglings and Banelings as quickly as he can. He has a lot of Queens here as well. The Marauders shelling everything at the front. That fourth base no longer mining. A lot of damage here from Byun. But the Banelings, they come in from behind, and it looks like he should be able to push everything back.
Unbelievable. The main attack has been denied. But what about the drops in the main and the other expansions? Dark has to clean this up quickly. Although Dark is doing a great job of holding on, it does appear that Byun's army is still very huge. Another attack after this one could still end up wiping out Dark.
Byun is everywhere still, despite these miraculous holds from Dark. It feels like he's just being whittled down over time, and Byun continues the onslaught. Look at this.
My God, he's going to save that hatchery quickly. A good pickup. He does manage to get that out. Dark keeps the base over there. If that hatchery had been taken out, I think we could pretty much confirm that this game would be over. Meanwhile, the drops are not stopping, man. This guy is everywhere.
Don't forget, Byun has 3 bases, and he hasn't taken any damage this game back at his own home. This is looking great for Byun as he rallies his other units across the map. Dark might be done for with this attack.
Is this the killing blow, or will Dark pull off a miracle? He is closing in. The army is getting set up. Widow Mines now being planted. Marines have been stemmed. Liberators in the right position.
Dark trying to get in with those Zerglings, but it is not going to be enough. Byun punches through, hits onto his third base.
Byun has done it!
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for next videos.